Morning, sunshine. You ready?
For what?
It's 27 years in a row. You ready to take a trip?
Trip?
Trip.
Trip.
You ready to take a
We're
trip?
going on a trip.
We going on a trip. Let's go.
Welcome back to Behind Closed Doors with the Brookses. You know, babe, there's a side of Panama that most people don't experience until much later. And for us, it took nearly 3 years of living here to finally see it.
Yeah, we almost skipped this place because of what we heard. But what we discovered surprised us in the best way. This trip became the perfect backdrop to celebrate 27 years of marriage.
And a powerful reminder of what living liberated is really all about. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you've not subscribed, please do so. We are the Brookses and Babe.
I'm Cherie A. Brookses, and this is...
And I'm Glenn P. Brookses Jr. Sisses.
So, guys, we recently had an adventure
Yes.
here in Panama. We've been living here almost 3 years, and we discovered something new.
Absolutely.
That I think that people, when you come here, there's a lot more to Panama than you think, especially if you come to the city.
So let's get right into it, babe. We had an opportunity to come out to Bocas del Toro and experience something that took us 3 years to get to.
So it was a couple experiences just getting here. So it was our first time flying out of Albrook Airport.
Yep.
And flying on Air Panama.
Air Panama is that place, y'all. So easy. It felt like, now, truth be told, I've only flown private once. It was a business trip. Cherie wasn't with me. And it was very reminiscent of that.
Right,
It's just
yeah.
a few more people. The airport was super easy to negotiate and navigate.
Small
Tickets
airport.
didn't cost very much.
No, it was like $250 per person round trip.
From Panama City
to
Bocas.
Bocas del Toro. So one thing in particular that I wanted to share in regard, like I said, it's a small airport, small plane, but it was a very pleasant ride.
So let's talk about small. What do you mean, like?
So when I say small plane, there are 4 seats, 2 on each side, and they're small. This is not, you're not going to have first class or business class size seats. It's tight. It's a little tight.
Yeah, and we ain't little people by no stretch.
And it was tight for us.
And we're not tall people by no stretch.
Right. So those
it was very tight for us.
Yeah, so those are things you are going to want to consider if you are thinking about making this trip and flying, checking out if there are planes that might have a little more room.
Yeah.
For you as a passenger, but it was a little tight, but it's a short flight. It's a 45-minute to an hour flight, so it wasn't that long, so that wasn't bad.
Yeah, no, and just again, for my super tall people who are used to like a lot of leg room, this is not that place, so definitely do your research. The flight itself was phenomenal, very quick, up and down. If you're used to a commuter flight, like back in the States, this is the equivalent of going from Norfolk to DC or DC to New York. It's just a very quick, almost commuter feel-like flight. Baggage check was not a problem. It was just super easy to navigate.
Right. Another tip for any of my expats, if you have your e-cedula, you don't need your passport.
Ooh.
Because
deal.
It's a domestic flight.
Yeah.
So you're in country, so you don't need your passport. Now, we brought our passports with us just in case our boat took us off into Costa Rica. You know, if we wandered off somewhere, we would have it with us. But we didn't need it at the airport at all. We were able to check in and everything with our e-cedula. And those of you that are expats know what I'm talking about when I say your e-cedula.
That's for our permanent residents. You would have one of those. Really quickly, babe, if we can get into, like, once we arrived to Bocas,
Yes.
that was an experience.
Yes, so it's another small airport. You land, well,
Smaller
first,
than the one at Albrook.
yes, much smaller than the one at Albrook. And as you saw in the footage, we had to walk out to the plane to board the plane. Same thing when you land here in Bocas del Toro. You get off of the plane and you walk into the terminal off of the tarmac. And one thing that was really interesting is that there were houses,
Yeah.
like right there by the runway.
Yeah.
And we actually saw some kids playing over there, which was weird. But this is Bocas. And so when you get inside, you go into one big room and you wait there for your luggage. And there was a lovely gentleman there who serenaded us.
Who serenaded us. No. So let me just say this. Bocas does not feel like Panama. If
No.
you've never been here, it doesn't. It reminded me of the Caribbean for sure. So it's Caribbean, not Latin America feel.
Right. Now, there are people that speak Spanish, but the feel overall definitely is very Caribbean.
Yeah, I've heard people refer to some parts of Bocas as Little Jamaica.
Right.
And it's definitely that vibe.
Right. So you guys have checked out our guy serenading us. So now we are venturing out of the airport. Now, one thing that people had told us, and we also, the hotel that we stayed in, it said it was in walking distance from the airport, which it is. So the airport is actually on Isla Colón in Bocas del Toro, which is the mainland. So we walked to our hotel. It was about a 10, 15-minute walk.
Yes.
Walked through the neighborhood. Very safe walk, sidewalks,
Yep.
all of that. We felt perfectly safe walking. But if you do want to be mindful, if you have any mobility issues, you may want to catch a cab. And there are cabs there. As soon as you come out the airport, there are cab drivers. So you can catch a cab if you want to.
Absolutely.
To get to your hotel. But we chose to walk.
Yeah, and being obviously we living in Panama City, we're used to walking everywhere, particularly where we live. So that was not a big deal, and we wanted to experience it. So again, don't have to. Certainly options. That walk was, if I go back really quickly, so the airport literally is in a neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So think airport. And then you walk through a neighborhood. That's why when you fly in, you see kids playing and you see homes. So the walk was really cool. When we got to our hotel, and shout out to Jabril and Passport Heavy and all of those guys, because that's where we found out.
This
you know,
hotel.
that's how we found out about this hotel. It was super dope. But I love this place. Really
right.
nice.
And so the hotel we stayed at was Palma Royale. Hotel and Suites, which, like I said, it was a 10, 15-minute walk from the airport. Great place. It's very modern, rustic, I guess is the best way I can put it. It's very clean.
Yeah.
Very much, very well kept, but it's got a slightly rustic feel, but not like a cabin rustic. So we had a really good stay here. When we got here, like Glenn said, we got here early. We got into Bocas early, and so we were able to leave our bags. And then we ventured through the town and walked
Yeah.
around a little bit
Yeah.
to see what Bocas was all about.
So we love the town. It's very touristy in that regard, but it is a beach town for sure. We lived in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and it was really wild how it's reminiscent of all the little local shops and all the different things. It's just a Caribbean feel, and we enjoyed it. We had a great breakfast over at Buena Vista every day. And by the way, if you stay at this hotel, you get a voucher
For
at
breakfast.
the time of this recording. I'm not sure if they'll continue to do that, but you know, when you check in here, you get breakfasts for free.
Right. And so one thing that I loved here is, as much as it's a beach town, it was chill.
Very chill.
Very, very chill. Now, we came in the middle of the week, but this is dry season. This is supposed to be like their heavy season. It was really, really chill, really calm, pretty much the whole time we were here. It didn't get amped up or anything crazy at all. So here on Isla Colón, it was really chill, really, you know, laid back. Great place to just relax, just chill. Not a whole bunch of frills, but it's a great place to come. You get water views, like he said. You can walk around. It's bars and restaurants and things like that. Now, speaking of bars and restaurants, I'm gonna be, y'all know I'm gonna always keep it a buck. Wasn't all that impressed by the food here.
No. It's bar food for sure.
Yeah, it's edible, but I did not experience any ooh-ah moments here.
So my foodies might be disappointed.
Yeah, and we didn't go everywhere either, but the places that we went, one place we went to was a bar. Actually, we got some wings there. Those wings were good.
Oh, they was fire.
They were like roasted.
Can't remember the name of that place.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, but everything else was just okay.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't bad.
Yeah,
but it wasn't ooh-wee.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. What was ooh-wee?
But we gotta get to that. That's day 3. Let's go to day 2.
So day 2, we woke up and we decided that we would go on an adventure.
We chose violence.
We chose violence, y'all. Listen, everywhere you go here, you got to take a water taxi because this is the land of the islands.
Right.
And so
day 2, we hired a private boat to go out to see some of the
shout out
islands.
to Captain David.
Captain David. We'll put his WhatsApp
information
in the description. So if you ever come here, you can connect with him. And he took us on a private tour. We went out to go see the...
Let's go! Eso!
We saw the dolphins.
Yep.
He took us to the area where the dolphins are. And
Dolphin Bay.
Dolphin Bay. We went snorkeling. I snorkeled.
She snorkeled, y'all. It was something.
And so
those swimming
lessons paid off. Yes. So
No anxiety.
none whatsoever. Now we did have some good food there where we stopped to eat.
Best food we had
We
since
had-
we've been there, but it was what's the
We
name
had
of
the
that
fried.
place? Alfonso.
We'll put it.
I think it was Restaurant Alfonso.
Yeah,
or
we'll
something
put
like
it in
that.
the description.
They don't have an Instagram, I don't think.
No, they
so,
don't.
but we'll put it. We'll give you the information.
Right. So excellent. We had the fried snapper, whole fish, very good.
Unreal.
Well seasoned.
Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and go to the video of that right there because we're not going to do it justice.
All right. So, what do you think?
Nutella already started. But let me tell y'all something. I'm from Baltimore. I am no stranger to fish. Red snapper. Y'all, I tell you, it tastes like they put some Obey on this joint. Claude, have mercy. It's tender. You talking about tenderism. Look at that. Flaky. Captain David, he took care of us, y'all.
This is the small starfish, this here. This starfish,
Oh.
this is the small.
I see him.
You can see there.
Uh-huh. See him? See him?
Yeah.
You getting a good picture?
Video.
Leave it Saturday in the morning.
Oh. See what I meant? Unreal. Let's keep going.
So after we ate, that's when we went to Starfish Bay or where the starfishes are in the water. That, and then I think we headed back after that pretty much.
Yeah. So we skipped the beaches.
Yeah, we're not beach people.
Yeah, just spoiler alert. We are not beach people. We lived
Right.
in Virginia Beach for 9 years. I probably have put my feet in the Atlantic Ocean twice.
Right, and also we didn't want to spend all day out on the water because they have tours. You can do group tours that are about $30-$40 per person that you can do that will go to different beaches that do all the things.
Red Frog
right.
Beach, all of the things.
And you're out all day. We didn't want to do that because we were just chilling.
Yeah.
We just wanted to
Yeah.
chill. We just wanted to relax, but we wanted to experience the water. The biggest thing we wanted to do was snorkeling, and we got to do that.
Yeah.
And so, then we came back that evening, chilled, relaxed, grabbed a bite to eat, and just kind of chilled that evening. We didn't do nothing major that night. Did a little more walking around the neighborhood. Then the next day, which was day 3,
was our anniversary.
was our anniversary.
Do you know what today is?
Our 27th wedding anniversary.
27 in a row.
And so we started that day. We had breakfast, and then we got the water taxi over to Bastimentos.
Bastimentos.
Bastimentos town is the Afro-Caribbean town. And actually, the young lady that worked at the restaurant that we
Buena
ate
Vista.
breakfast, Buena Vista, she told us that was her town.
That was where she's
She's
from.
from
She lives there.
She lives in Bastimentos. So we went over there, caught the water taxi there.
Let me say this real quick. It reminded me of Cologne and probably more the Cacique, Portobello end of Cologne when you go out to these beach towns
To the residential
and life
area.
just kind of drops off. No one is in a rush. People obviously don't have all the niceties of life, but they are living life and they are absolutely loving it. And so that's what we found.
Right. It wasn't a lot to do there
At all.
It's literally a town where working class people, they just live. They live on that island. But they did have one restaurant there, right on the pier where you get off. We wound up eating there, but we walked through the neighborhood. We walked down to one end from one end to the other, and got to see the neighborhood.
Psalms 34:7, Chunch and Stocky Bridge. See the catamaran right out there? Nice shot. something to do. Okay. Got it. Why not? Buena. They have several Airbnbs, that kind of thing. If you
Yes.
want that rustic, really off-grid type life, I will say the restaurant had some really good oxtails.
Yes, they did have
Oxtails was
good.
fire.
Yeah, they did have good oxtails, and so we went there because we wanted to experience it. We wanted to see what it was like. But I will say that the what you may hear, I think they when we went, there wasn't anything going on. I'll say
Right.
it that way. Now, I don't know if they have activities that go on there because there was like a big courtyard when you first get off the boat. So maybe they do normally do some cultural things. But the day that we went, there was nothing going on. So people were just chilling.
Looked like people just waking up, really. I mean, it was a midday. It looked like
Yeah.
it was a Thursday, I think it was, or a Friday. And it just wasn't a lot happening.
Right, but it was worth the
Absolutely.
the $20 water taxi over. It
Oh,
takes
absolutely.
10 minutes to get over there, 10 minutes to
And
get
by
back.
the way, the water taxi don't have to cost that much. We
can get
hired
it.
a private guy. He
Right.
came and got us from the restaurant, took us,
Right.
and that sort of stuff. We kind of wanted to do the chill, just us thing. It was our anniversary.
Right.
But it doesn't have to cost that much if you take the public water taxi.
Right, if you take the public water taxi, I think it's like $3 per person,
Something
$3.50
like
per
that,
person,
yeah.
something like that. So you can do that as well. So when we got back, we came back to Isla Colón, chilled in our room, came and showered. We was sweaty and stuff, and so we chilled. Then we went to dinner.
Yes.
I had made reservations at Pier 19 for dinner that night.
So let's stop right there and we'll show y'all the footage. She's getting ready to come out, y'all. The queen. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the lovely, the light skin, the blonde. She's becoming golden, living her life like it's golden. 27 years in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, Cherie A. Brooks Jr. Hey y'all, listen. We get ready to go out to dinner. It is our 27th wedding anniversary. We're more than excited. This has been a long journey. And I can tell you, babe, it's been worth every mile.
We ain't killed each other.
Ain't nobody died, and I got the stamp to prove it. Huh? Listen. Que se lo dejaron aquí. Hola, buenas. We have a reservation for 2.
Okay.
Brooks.
Now?
See, 5:30. Okay.
All right, so what you got?
So I got a vegetable medley, mashed potatoes, lobster. There's a sauce for the lobster. Roasted vegetables are fresh. Just a tad bit overcooked for me. I'm gonna taste some of your steak. It's definitely not imported.
No.
It's local, which means it's a little chewy.
So overall, I can say this was the best meal that we've had in Bocas del Toro. Side dishes, the salad was phenomenal. It was a papaya and shrimp salad on a bed of lettuce. I got the steak, which is a gamble here in Panama, with mashed potatoes and roasted vegetables. Roasted vegetables were very good. Nice assortment of vegetables roasted. Mashed potatoes, very good. The steak was cooked well, seasoned well. But one of the challenges here in Panama is the grade of steak, especially if it's not imported steak. Depending on where they get the beef from in Panama, it can be a very lean beef that has no fat, which is not good for steaks at all, because you need some fat in a steak. This steak did not have a lot of fat, so it wasn't mealy, but it definitely was missing something. It didn't hit on it. Would I get it again? No.
Would I come here again?
Would I come here again? Yes. Like I said, overall, everything else was excellent. Service has been amazing, and the views are phenomenal. So, yeah, this view ain't bad either. So, how was you got the lobster?
Yeah.
How was your lobster?
As you can see, it's gone. So it was very good. Very, so it's a warm water lobster in that regard. And so you got to understand it's not Alaskan, so it's not as big. Seasoned well. Came apart from the shell well. Meaty in the main parts. It was a 1 pound lobster. Definitely felt like, for $22.
$30.
I'm sorry, for $30.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. They had a 2 pound version
For 60.
We didn't get that, but I know lobster tails that are more expensive than that. So overall, I would give this definitely in my opinion, probably an 8 out of 10. Like overall.
Yeah.
Overall, an 8 out of 10.
And we're not finished yet because I got to get dessert.
Yeah, we haven't gotten dessert yet. So yeah, stand by. Stand by. So guys, Pier 19 at the Dive Hotel, I think it is. Dive. It's inside of a hotel where they do dives. So if
It's a dive center.
It's a dive center. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, we're gonna get our licenses because that's our next adventure. We want to learn how to get certified to scuba dive. But that's a world-class facility that takes people out. But there's a restaurant there called Pier 19, and it's all in a hotel. Absolutely gorgeous. You saw the food. The service was fantastic. We were the only ones, and you'd have thought we rented out the whole restaurant for ourselves. We were the only ones there in the beginning. Few
Right.
people came as we did, but we absolutely loved it. That night we called it a night early. Came back, and again, it's across the street from the hotel we
hotel,
were staying
right.
at. So we literally walked across the street, called it a night, and the next day we woke up. That would be Saturday morning, and we decided to just
We went to
take our
breakfast.
time,
Yeah.
went to breakfast, and get ready to get out of here.
Yeah, and then we'll be catching our flight home. So we had an amazing time, and I definitely recommend if you're here in Panama as an expat or you're thinking about being an expat here, this is one of those places you definitely want to come and visit. I think that it's one of those places that I know a lot of tourists come here, but I think even as residents, I think that we should explore different
Absolutely.
areas here in Panama, and I'm glad that we did make it out here finally. We kind of alluded to earlier that what prevented us from coming here sooner was we had heard mixed reviews about it, but I'm glad we came and saw for ourselves. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I do think you owe it to yourself to explore different areas in Panama, and this may be one of those areas you want to try and visit.
So to our friends here in Panama, whether you live in Panama City, some of you guys are in the Chiriquí region, David is a quick drive up. You can take the water ferry to get over Panama City. We definitely going to recommend that you fly. Takes about 45 to 50 minutes to fly. It's super quick, worth every dime of it in my opinion. You can drive, but it's about an 8-hour experience over the mountains and through the woods. Ferries and all of the things.
Yeah.
You can do that, but we certainly recommend. But for my people over in Coronado and Buenaventura, like again, short drive up. You can take the ferry. I'm sure you could potentially fly. They have some private airports out that way. But again, get here. Come experience it. It does not feel like Latin America, so it
At all.
literally feels like
We're
you
not-
left and went somewhere in
To
the
another
Caribbean,
country.
whether it's Jamaica or the Virgin Islands or Trinidad, you name it. It felt like that. People speak a lot of English here, patois, all of the things.
Right, and that reminds me, because I've often heard people talk about Bocas del Toro, and they'll say that it's part of Costa Rica. I understand why they say that now because it does not feel like Panama, but this is in Panama. Bocas del Toro is a part of Panama. It is not
Let's
a part of
make that
Costa
very
Rica.
clear. It's close to the Costa Rican border,
Yes.
but it is not Costa Rica.
Right, and so, yeah, you guys get out, explore. This is what living liberated looks like.
Absolutely. Do us a favor. Comment below. Are you interested? Is this something you'd like to do? Certainly if you want to sign up with Cherie to do a taste and see consult, she can give you much more detail. Some of the things we just off the top of our heads, we'll have all that information for you if you're thinking about coming here or anywhere else in the city or in the country of Panama.
Yep.
At the end of the day,
You can't get to any place of significance
by yourself. Because
we all
need
some help.
help. I need somebody help. Not just anybody.
This guy
Listen,
here.
y'all be good, and we'll catch up with you guys on the next episode of Behind Closed Doors with the Brookses. Yeah. Get the t-shirt.